Okay guys, welcome to another installment of The Other Guys. And don't worry, it's not an LS. Today we're taking a look at, drum roll, a Pontiac. And not just any Pontiac, probably my favorite Pontiac, a 455. So what's your favorite? 389, Ram Air 400, maybe a 421? How about the Super Duty stuff? Let me know what you guys think, but for me, it's the 455. So today we're gonna run a Pontiac 455. And unfortunately, it's not my motor, it's not one I got from the wrecking yard, so they're not gonna let me run nitrous and turbos on it like I usually do, but it was kind of cool. I haven't seen a Pontiac in a long time, and I haven't even run one, but I was lucky enough, and my dad always told me, hey, it's better to be lucky than good. And today, I got lucky, because Westech was running a 455 Pontiac. So they let me follow along and shoot over their shoulder, which is awesome. Now, this particular combination is not a drag race deal. It's for, you know, the other guy, a regular guy, a street guy. It's going in a Grand Prix, which is another awesome car. But the reason I like the 455 so much is because I got my butt kicked by one. Back in the day when I had my first car, which was very cool, 1970 split bumper Rally Sport Camaro, with a base 2-barrel motor in it, unfortunately. But I hopped that thing up. I installed a 450 Holley Economaster carburetor. That's right, a 4-barrel on there, even though it was only a 450. So it was just barely more than a 2-barrel. But I thought it was really cool and I thought it was really fast. And I remember a buddy of mine that had a Trans Am with a 455 and saying, you know what? I got no respect for your car. You think that thing's badass, it's really not. I said, yeah, you better line that Trans Am up right now and let's go see. Needless to say, he still has no respect for my Camaro because that 455 just walked my Camaro. And it should. It's a big block. It made a lot more power. It was a much better car. And I think his car definitely was a 4-speed. So 4-speed automatic, you know, I got all kinds of excuses. But the reality is that that was just a much better motor. And since that day, I've been a big fan of those Trans Ams and especially the 455 because they're all awesome. So let's take a look at this motor and find out what went into it, how much power it made. We got some behind the scenes stuff where we're in the control room talking to Brule, all kinds of cool stuff. Let's get going. So I hear him making noise and I walk over to their dyno cell. Hey, that's not a big block Chevy, not even a big block Ford. Wait a minute, that's a Pontiac. I gotta go check this thing out. Not only was it a Pontiac, but it was a 455. Well, technically it was a 464 because it was 40 over. It was a 419 by 421. It was a 1971 block with a stock crank, 6.8-inch Eagle rods and Ross Forks pistons. It was 9.2 to 1 with the ported 6X heads and 13cc dish piston. The ported heads were done by ST Performance. They had a 211-177 valve package. This thing also had a crane cam, a 536-553 lift, 234-244 duration, and 112-degree lobe separation angle with Rhodes lifters. We also ran the factory Quadrajet intake and a 800 CFM, you know, 1976 version, Q-Jet, which worked out really well. Are the metering rods, are they stainless?
I think these are. Did you drop that in first try?
What's that?
I said, did you see me drop that in the first try?
That's because you nailed it. You're one and done, right? One take, Charlie?
Idles too low, and it may do the same thing with 30 weight. It's not going to help it much. And when I say too low, that's relatively speaking. I mean, that's plenty. It's just 20 weight and 25 pounds on a flat cap. It doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy.
Warm and fuzzy, yeah.
So you're concerned about the oil pressure down low, Steve?
Yes.
Does it have a lightweight oil in it or something?
20 weight.
Oh, okay. Is it straight 20?
No, it's like a 0.20.
Oh, is
bore on it?
4.19. 4.21 in the stroke. 4.21.
What size is it?
44.
Okay.
455.
455, yes. 455 Pontiac in the house. Steve Brule, the Dyno Bandit.
Think about it.
That is a little though. That's only in the 20s, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you, actually, it's in the 20s. It's in the 20s with 20 weight, and I'm just not okay with that.
No, I don't. And this is a flat tapper, right?
Yeah, I would be happier with like a 1540 or something than 30. But I'll just keep it idling high so
Even a motor like this, I put a 2050 in it maybe because it's not going to rev, right? How much RPM is this motor going to see? 5,500?
With this head, not much. What did you say power-wise?
Pardon me?
What did you think power-wise?
The builder said he expects 425 on the horsepower.
I think you're going to get there.
Well, it's just so, it's so early. And it's, it's going to roll over. Okay.
Oh, yeah. How much timing's in it right now?
About 36.
Okay. Is that where that Pontiac head's going to want to be?
I have seen them want as much as 40, 42, but I don't know. I'm just going to start here.
Yeah. Is it still, how's the air feel? Is it a little lean?
One or two. We have no parts for this, but it's not bad.
Oh, okay.
In the low 13.
Is this an off-the-shelf, like Quadrajet deal or something?
It's an old one.
Okay. Is it one of yours, or did he bring it? Did you bring the Quadrajet? Did you bring that carburetor?
I brought it, yeah.
Did it do it on that run too?
Yeah.
On the dyno, the 455 was run with a set of long tube headers designed to fit a Firebird chassis. While they had it up on the dyno, they decided to run a couple of tests, including replacing the factory intake and Quadrajet with a couple of units from Edelbrock. The only thing better than a 455 is obviously one that makes even more power. So as you can see, this thing's making good power, especially torque, which is what that 455 is known for, and why I was able to walk all over my little Camaro motor. Nice. This kind of shows the difference between the two intake manifolds. You see, there's not a ton of difference between the intake manifolds. The factory one does a really good job. Nice power curve, nice torque curve. It's going to be a fun little driver, especially on a Grand Prix. So it's got plenty of torque for the heavy car. Pretty awesome stuff. After testing, Troy and Ish pulled the thing down from the dyno and got it prepped for its long trip home. It was going to be installed in a 1971 Grand Prix. 455 in the house. Okay guys, what did you think about a day spent with a Pontiac 455? Personally, I thought it was awesome. I mean, I felt lucky just to be here. Usually I spend my time with these, and these are awesome too. They're efficient, they're cheap, they run lots of boost, everything good. But when you pop the hood and see one of these, you go, yeah, that's nice, it works. Another LS swap. When you pop the hood and you see a Pontiac 455, you go, dang, Gina, when was the last time I saw one of those? And that's what makes it the other guy. I'm Richard Holder, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that stuff. And allegedly, I have a 440 Mopar, another guy, coming up with boost.